Okay, so the first question on our review is Jill's playing cards with her friends and she draws 20 cards numbered 1 through 20. So if we need to find the probability of the number being prime, what we need to do is probability is success over total. So we will need to figure out how many successes we have and how many total numbers we have. Well, it's easy to see that we have 20 numbers, and then we have to think of all the prime numbers that are from 1 to 20. So all the prime numbers would be 2, 3, 5, 7, I almost put 9, but that's not true. So 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be 8 over 20. And we'll see what percentage that is. And that'd be 40%, so that would be our final answer. Let's try the next one. Okay, so the probability that the Bears win the Super Bowl this year is 12%. What's the probability they don't win? Well, I think that percentage is a little low that they're going to win this year. It's probably 100% for sure. But if we do have to figure out about the probability that they don't win, we know that all probability events should add up to 100%. So if this is 12, the opposite of that would be 88%, and that would be the percentage that they don't win, because if you do 88 and 12, that's 100%. So now the probability event adds up to 100. Okay, so that would be your percentage. Let's try the next one. Okay, so let's answer these questions. Again, probability is always success over total. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our probability of success over our total every time. Our total for all of these events is 50, because there's a total of 50 people here if you add everything together. So now that we have our total of 50, what we'd like to do is we'd like to figure out what our success is. So this success would be, what is the probability of being in show choir or theater? So these 18 are in show choir. These 4 are in both, so they're in show choir and theater, which counts. And these 3 are in theater, so they count in our set. So we would just add all of that up, which that would be 18 plus 4 plus 22. So that would be 44. And 44 over 50 is 80%. So it'd be B. What's the probability that you're only in show choir? Well, if you're only in show choir, it would just be these 18 and nothing else. So that'd be 18 over 50, which comes out to be 36%. What's the probability that person is in show choir and theater? Well, that would be these only 4 people, which 4 over 50 gives us 8%. So that's how we decide those. Let's do the next one. Okay, so it says a club student wants to select their officers by randomly drawing. There are 9 seniors, 5 juniors, and 6 sophomores in the club. 3 names will be drawn. The first person chosen will be president, the second treasurer, and the third secretary. How many different ways can this position be chosen? So what I want to know for this one is it's a way problem. So this is either a combination or a permutation. And combinations when order doesn't matter, which this order matters. So this event has to be a permutation, because permutation is when order does matter. So this is our successful event. So we'll just take out our graphing calculator. On our graphing calculator, I'm going to type in, now I need to see how many people I have, which I have 9 plus 5 plus 6 is 20 people. And we'll do math, permutation, and then we need to choose 3 positions, which that would be 6,840. And that would be your answer. Let's try the next one. Same type of problem, because we're trying to figure out how many ways we can choose the different groups. So as soon as I'm thinking about choosing the different groups, I know it's a combination or a permutation. This time, it's not going to be a permutation because the order doesn't matter. As long as you're chosen, you're going to get the same result. So this is a combination. So I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to go 9, and then math, and then probability, combination, and they want to choose 7 people. So that would be 36 as my final answer. Okay, let's try the next one. So now we have a probability question, and we have to figure out how many marbles we have of a certain thing. So probability, again, is just success over total. So we're going to find the probability that both are red. So the first one would be 6 over 13, because there's 6 red marbles, and there's a total of 13 marbles. So 6 successes and 13 total. And then multiplication, because between probability events, we always multiply. So we're going to multiply, and then when I look at this, I have to draw another red marble. Well, when the red marble's taken from the bag, what they do is they just pitch it to the side. So now there's not 13 marbles anymore, there's 12 marbles. And there's not 6 red marbles anymore because we took one out, there's only 5. So that would be our probability event, or 6 over 13 times 5 over 12, which is, oh, that wasn't the right numbers. 6 over 13 times 5 over 12, there we go, or 19%. That's my final answer. Let's look at the next one. Okay, so it says, suppose 46 adults attend a concert in a typical month and 56% listen to radio and 39% do both. What's the probability that you randomly select an adult who goes to the concert? So we could use our formula where it's probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A and B equals the probability of A or B. So that's the formula we really want to use, or you can think of it as circles, where I know in this entire circle there's 46%, in this entire circle there's 56%, and there's 39 in the middle here, which would only give you, well, 46 and 39, 7% left for there, and then I don't know what 56 minus 39 is, but 17% there. And then if you add those events together, you'd get everything that you would want for those events. But I'm going to use this formula because I think it's a little bit easier. So we would do 46 plus 56 minus the overlap, which the overlap is 39, and that would give you 63%, which would be the same thing as if you added those 3 things up. Let's try the next one. So this one's the same type of problem. You got 45% of students here, 10% here, and 3% for your overlap. So again, we would use our addition formula, which is A plus B minus the overlap, which is A and B, which is going to equal your answer. So the probability of A is 45% plus 10%, which is 55, minus your overlap, which is 3%. So your final answer would be 52%. Okay? So for all these problems, if you have any questions, just let me know.